Hello, Keith Rucker here at VintageMachinery.org. Well, today, guys, we're sitting here at my shop in Tifton, Georgia, and I'm fortunate enough to have the good folks from American Rotary who have come down and doing a little visit with me. And as many of you guys probably already know, American Rotary is a sponsor of my channel, and they provided the phase converter that we use to power the shop back here behind me. So anyway, we're going to be hanging out with them today, and you guys are going to be learning a little bit more about my shop, a little bit about me, and we're going to have some fun. I got started in the machine shop business, I guess you could say, right out of high school. I graduated high school back in 1986, and when I got out of high school, I really wanted to go to college, but like a lot of people, I didn't have money to go to college right out of high school, so I ended up having to get a job. And as fate would have it, I ended up getting a job in a machine shop. Running a turret lathe was what I started out doing. And stayed there for about 2.5 years before I actually saved up enough money to go to college. But over that 2.5 year period, I basically served an apprenticeship working in that machine shop. Started out just running a turret lathe, doing production jobs, but I quickly took to it. It really just came natural to me. It was really through that kind of after hours that use of the machine shop that I really started learning a lot of the in-depth, intricate stuff, because I had projects that I was interested in working on, and I really just learned to become a pretty good machinist. I won't say I was a great machinist, but I was a pretty good machinist. As good as I think you could do in 2.5 years. You know, from there I went to college. I got a degree in agriculture, master's degree in agriculture. Ended up working as a scientist in a totally different field, but the bug had bit. I loved working in the shop. You know, ever since I was a kid, I loved building things, doing things with my hands. So when I did get out of school and, you know, bought a house and whatever, I started putting together a shop, at first out in my garage. For me, it was a little bit of woodworking, a little bit of metalworking, just anything I could be working on. Probably more woodworking to start with. But it's interesting because I quickly figured out in the wood shop that I wasn't happy with the machinery that I was buying. You know, the stuff that I could afford was not very high quality stuff. It was made overseas. But I found somewhere, I don't remember exactly where, it was an old industrial machine that was sitting out in a junkyard, and I could get it for a song. Well, I bought it and I brought it home, and I knew because of my experience working in the machine shop, I could tear that machine down, rebuild it. And I did that. And then I did another one, and then I did another one. Well, again, it was woodworking machinery at first, but now all of a sudden, well, you know, I need a lathe. I need a milling machine so that I can work on these machinery. And before long, my wife will tell you, I quit building furniture for the house, and it seems like all I'm doing now is fixing machines. and that's what I really enjoy doing. Eventually, about 1.5 years ago, after we bought a new house, moved out in the country here, have a little bit of acreage, I built this new shop that I'm in now. I've been in the shop here for probably about a year now, a little over a year. Hired a contractor to come in and actually put the shop building up, just get it dried in. And then the inside was all up to me, and I've basically been finishing it out, getting it set up. I've been acquiring a lot of new metalworking machinery to go on this side. My shop is divided in 2 halves. I've got roughly 42 by 40 on this machine shop side. This is where I'm going to do my metalworking, and then the back side I got the same amount of space. And eventually that will become my woodworking shop side. But it seems like the metalworking side has kind of taken precedence and been my main focus. My wife's ready for me to get the wood shop going because she really wants me to build her some more furniture. Maybe one day, honey.